Let's try that again. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Live with Brinkofspeed and Octane Hour. Sorry, you were saying what you were saying to start with.
What did they? But they did hear us, right?
Oh yeah, they're
okay.
They heard
don't
us,
repeat your.
Don't repeat my story.
Yeah,
Okay, there
no
you
one
go.
wants
But anyway, it just
be quiet over there.
Man, sorry about that. So tonight we're going to talk about GM's newest service bulletin that will send your 2024 C8 Stingray, E-Ray, and Z06 back to the dealership for an update. And a lot of other things. I wanted to start off by saying that thank you to every single person out there for your prayers and thoughts for my brother. My brother is a fighter, and he continues to fight. And he's got a lot going on.
Yep.
A lot going on, and we don't know what's going to happen, but I've been back and forth to Colorado a couple of times now, and I'll probably be going back here pretty soon again as well. So I appreciate everything that you guys have said as well, your kind words, all your messages to me via email, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything. You guys have been amazing. So thank you so much.
Truth Social.
Yeah, True Social, exactly.
Exactly.
I actually do have an account on there, but I think I can't remember if I did a Brinkofspeed account on there.
Or just Mike Brink.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember what I did on
Well,
there.
there
But
you
I
go.
think I do have an account on there.
Dr.
But
Corvette's
it took me forever
on.
to get on, so it was like...
Yeah, but then you forgot about it.
Yeah.
That's the way I was.
Yeah, it sucked.
Doug Hooks, Kerry Glock, Brad Byington, new Corvette owner. How's it going?
Hey.
New listener. Very good. Derek Taylor,
Awesome.
Daryl DC8.
Awesome.
Well,
Welcome.
just why don't you address Brad's question? How hard is it to get a spot run fellows driving school?
For which car?
Good question. When you say new Corvette owner, do you have a Stingray or a Z06 or an E-Ray? If it's an E-Ray, it's going to be impossible
right now.
because they don't have cars. Z06 will be difficult because they have limited cars. Stingray, probably not too hard, but with that being said, it's still a 3 to 6 month out.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So I would say get something on their calendar ASAP. You can always move that date around. They're flexible about that. But don't wait. So many, we were just talking about this the other day. So many people wait, and then next thing you know, 12 months has gone by.
That happened to me because I've had 3, right, C8's, and I've only gone to the thing once, and I think both of my year's up. So I suppose I could call and beg maybe.
They don't think
maybe?
no,
No.
not anymore.
You could try.
Yep.
I think they're pretty
So,
strict about it now.
Is that from Gonzo Gear?
No, it's
Is that
from
who?
Brad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he has a Stingray. So yeah, Stingray, you could get in pretty easily. And sometimes if it's just you going by yourself and you're not trying to go with buddies, you could tell, well, there's like 3 or 4 gals that kind of run the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can fit you in to
Yeah.
someone that may have canceled.
Yeah, you can get on a cancellation list.
Yeah,
too.
so you
Yeah.
just call them, get your name on a list, get a date kind of penciled out, especially if you're trying to time it where it's a Sunday, Monday. Mm-hmm. Actually, I guess do they do class on Sunday? No.
I don't think so.
How have
a
we
good
done it?
question. I
Because
don't
we've done
remember.
it
They have variable like through the weeks.
like Fridays. Yeah, it's
through the
hard.
week,
If
I
you
don't
want
know.
like a Friday, Saturday, that Monday, those are the harder ones to get for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
But yeah, get on their list, get something kind of dialed in because otherwise it'll sneak up on you. Next thing you know, your 12 months is gone and you're going to regret it.
Chad said no class on Sunday.
Okay.
No
Yeah, I didn't
class
think
on
so.
Sunday. Hey, Davy Jones. Davy Jones is on. Hello.
Hey, Davey. All right. You guys know we are brought to you by the NCM Insurance. And
Yes.
we think they're a great company. 99.9% of you will agree with that, but they're not for everyone. So there's a little percentage of people out there who, try and sign up and they don't get the savings, but you should definitely try it. If you haven't, get on. You can click on this Get a Quote here, and you'll enter your information, and then they will send you an email. They'll have you fill out some more stuff, and then they'll give you a call after you send that to them. Now, the way that you qualify for this, you don't have to have a Corvette. You just need a collectible car that you don't drive as a daily driver, and you're willing to drive 6,000 miles or less a year. You don't have to drive it 6,000 miles. Just right around there.
Or in my
less.
case, 6,000 miles in 7 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he has the rollover miles. So by the time he gets to that 7 years, he has
That's right.
50,000 miles.
That's right. Rollover miles. It really is cool, the rollover miles piece. Yes.
So you have to be willing to only drive that much. You have to have a second car as your daily driver, and you have to have a garage to put that collectible car in. And that will qualify you for this insurance and probably save you hundreds of dollars every year, if not thousands.
And if you don't go paperless, like your neighbor Mark doesn't go paperless, I still get my stuff mailed to me. Here's my deck page I just got. I just got my renewal. And incredibly, I opened the renewal, and this is incredible. This is what I'm getting. Look at this. How much for my '78 Corvette? How much do you think? Let's see if this will go.
Okay, don't go show him your social security number or something.
Yeah,
stupid.
don't.
No. See it. Look at that. What does that say? $90, $601. Isn't that amazing? That crazy? Good
Well,
stuff.
there you go, because Ken and Brad are new Stingray owners. So for the both of you, you guys need to call NCM Insurance. There you go. So Mark has a 2023 Stingray, and he's paying
$601
for the whole year.
That's right, for the whole year.
Now,
And-
when I had my Stingray, I was paying $800 and change.
Well, there might be little tickets
And
going on over here. Maybe some
11.
accidents. I don't know.
And I had a ticket or two.
Okay.
See, I don't understand how you
Just
got away
kidding,
with
but-
800 when I was paying 1,100 with no tickets. Mine was like $96 a month.
You had the Brinkofspeed surcharge.
Well, I mean, they
know.
do go by zip code. You live in a more high crime area.
That's true. North
Is
Dallas.
Carrollton considered higher
Well,
crime?
it is.
Oh,
Think
okay.
about it.
All right.
You got a more dense
Well-
population.
So anyway, there you go.
I had moved there by then.
Yeah.
What a deal. What a deal.
true.
So there you go. There's my stuff.
And guys, the customer service there is amazing. And like we talked about last time, we actually know somebody. Joe Lamb knows him really well. But that's had 3 claims with NCM Insurance. And he said the process and everything went amazing. So they're a good company.
RZ says, the NCM loves Mark. Between the 2 cars, they don't get more than 200 miles a piece. Ha ha. It does too. I drove all the way down to frickin', where did we go? Bastrop, Texas. So I drove
right.
all the way down
You
there
did.
in my car. So
I was proud of you.
and I put it up on blocks ever since. So
The other thing that I wanted to mention is hurricane victims and their families and everything that's been going on with Helene and now Milton, right? Milton?
Yeah, Milton. yeah.
Milton. Actually, Corvette Blogger, I don't know if he's on here yet.
No.
or if
I
he'll
would
be on
imagine
here.
he's not. His power probably
Well,
may have been going out very shortly.
No. He's out of the state.
He drove out of state,
yeah,
right?
he's out. Yeah. He's in safe,
How far did he go up?
I don't remember where he went, but he might still be in Florida, but he's just a long way from where the storm is. He's originally from Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Racer X. I don't remember if he said he's getting out for sure or not. He's down there, and then you've got Cletus McFarland is down there too. Cletus said he's going to try and ride it out because he's got a house that is the highest rated for hurricane houses ever built. So he thinks he can maybe ride it out. But anyway,
This is going to be really bad. I mean, Helene had a surge of about 7.5 feet, and they're talking 12 feet.
yeah.
Less than 2 weeks later, it's a total disaster. My sister lives there. That's where I got when I first met my wife. We lived in Largo. She lives in Largo. She's 46 feet above sea level, but so she's not really in with the surge. But it is going to be a tremendous wind event, and it's actually starting, I think, in a couple of hours. So power will go out. I probably won't talk to her for several days unless she can recharge her phone, and the cell towers will probably be out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Now, if you've got Wi-Fi on your phone, but you need to have internet, right, at your house, so I will not be able to talk to.
No.
So hopefully, but Keith's story was really crazy. I didn't. I read his story about his 66.
Yeah.
And how 6 inches of water came up on his.
yeah.
Oh, the last
From
one?
Helene.
Yes, Helene,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh," he just walked away. He said he knew it was going to be done.
He had
and it stopped at 6 inches, and it receded. Because he's only like 12 feet above sea level. So he got super lucky, but his garage
This one, did he
filled
get
up.
his cars out? I wonder?
Yeah, he got his
This
car
one,
out.
he
Yeah.
drove up to a parking garage. It's the story on Corvette Blogger, and he's like parking there next to Ferraris and Lamborghinis.
Everyone's got him in there.
Everybody's coming up to the parking garage, and he said it was almost full. So he got
Dang.
his 66 up there, and his new one is being built this week. So
Yeah, he's
he doesn't
taking
have
delivery soon.
that. Yeah. So
Yep.
it's going to be, it's going to be tough.
Yep. The last two videos that I did, if you haven't seen them yet, my buddy Chris in Colorado, he has a place up in Silverthorne, and he had been seeing mules for the past couple of years, but he's always in his car driving, and they're always like on the opposite side of the road, and he hasn't been able to really get me some good footage. But this time he came out of his house, and there's a parking garage not far from his house,
Yeah.
and he was like, I think those are C8 mules. So he ran over to him, and he got me some really good footage of allegedly Zoras.
That is incredible.
I think
Yeah.
you built
had.
a really good case that they're Zoras for sure.
So you haven't seen
Yeah,
his video.
I mean-
Take a look at the video, because I don't think I've seen anything that close before.
Yeah, they're really
How
close
did he
up.
happen to stumble upon that? That's crazy.
He lives close to that parking
Look
garage.
at his
and they
video.
Parked in that parking garage. So,
And then the guy was getting mad. He was trying to
Yeah.
cover it back up.
Yeah.
You guys got to watch the video. It's really
yeah,
cool.
it's a good one. So there's that. And then also, I went to Corvette World because they had a cacti car with the Artemis interior. And I kind of think it's like one of the most overlooked interiors, especially now that cacti's gone. People are probably not even thinking about Artemis anymore because they paired it perfectly with cacti. But it's still available. You can still get it in a
Can you still get Artemis?
Yep.
Wow.
As long
So
as you
what
get a
color would you
3LT
get? Like a white or a
we saw it on Hypersonic Gray. Look good.
hypersonic
I
gray?
think it would look good in black for sure.
Uh-huh.
I think it would look good in white. I think it would look good in gray. But it's a pretty neat color. I like it. But anyway, check it out. I did the video just so that you could see it better than you probably did in my videos at Carlisle, because at Carlisle there was too much shade. I mean, it's under the tent.
It's very tough to
It's tough.
photograph that.
Yeah, it's
And-
really
And I
tough
want
to
to point
get it.
something out, if I could.
Yeah.
On your video, it's perfect example of the way that color shift. At 4 minutes and 20 seconds, you are shooting the interior, the door panel,
Okay.
and it looks gray.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you put your arm to point out at something. I don't know if you noticed this, but the white balance of your camera switched because it saw the
Yeah,
pink
yeah.
skin on your
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
The color of the door becomes green right in front of your eyes. Look at 420 on that video. You will see your hand reach out, and all of a sudden the white balance of the camera changes, and the door panel all of a sudden turns green almost.
That's awesome.
From gray. So that shows you that
Sounds like you were literally tripping out.
I was tripping. I'm like, look at that. Well, I'm a photographer.
photographer,
I know
so-
about white balance and all that. And
Yeah,
white
yeah.
balance is the most difficult thing to do with video and still photography. And it just shows that this green shirt in the different color lighting
Oh, yeah.
could look gray.
Right.
I mean, you could almost think that's gray, right? So it's just, which is, yeah.
Yeah.
So amazing. I love that interior. I love that interior. And yeah.
There is no more hypersonic gray. Yeah, but I think it would look good in Seawolf gray. I think it'd be fine. I mean, you don't want to put it in certain colors like red. Obviously, it probably isn't going to look good at all in red or blue. Not in orange, probably. But I think white, black, and gray, I think is fine. I think. That's my opinion. But
It's so muted.
What do I know?
But the seat belts can only be that color, right? You can't change
That's
the
right.
seat belts.
Oh, really?
If you get
Yeah,
an
you
Artemis,
can't change
you've
the
got to
seat
get
belt.
Artemis seat belts.
And,
yeah.
something that also disappoints me, I should have put this in the video, but I forgot. One thing that really disappoints me is in 2023, when you would build a 2024 with the Artemis and you did the GT3 seats, they would put black accents on the seats, and that's no longer available.
I mean, you can't get GT3 seats?
No, you can get GT3 seats, but now it's all Artemis.
Really?
Yeah, there's no accents.
But how do they do that? Because it's fabric on those.
I know. I don't know. It's not black anymore.
It's the Artemis color
Yeah, on the fabric.
on the fabric, which
Yeah.
is that when you reach in your arm in there, it just like changed it's
So that's kind of disappointing because that's actually something I considered doing, was building an Artemis with the GT3 seat so I could get that two-tone look, because you can't do a two-tone seat with that either. So
you
that's
can't
kinda,
even do
now
it's
you
just
can't
like
do
it's like a
two-tone.
dipped interior.
It's like a dipped
done-
interior.
So you can't get the suede insert. No.
Nope. Can't even get suede inserts. Nope. So that's another, issue with it. But
how about yellow? Somebody's asking how would it look in yellow. I guess you'd have to model it. Yeah, it's your car.
Yeah, yellow and green are, they're similar, but I don't know. It would definitely match the new yellow better than the old yellow. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yep.
It's not going to match Accelerate yellow at all. But all right. Seagarner Speed 252 is on. What's up, Clarence?
And he's leaving. He says he's heading to acting class soon.
Okay.
I wanted to stop in and say, hey, hello, Clarence.
Nice.
All right.
There was somebody else that mentioned something. Oh, yeah. Speed Phenom. Congratulations to him. I think most of you guys probably like Speed Phenom. He opened up a detail shop in Carlsbad on the beach. And one of these days I'm going to get out there and visit him and check that shop out. But that's really cool. I think he's 24 and he's already got a
detail shop.
Yeah, a really cool detail shop in California.
Very nice. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Excellent. Yep.
General Lee's on. Welcome. Stephen Rapp is on.
John
In fact,
Somerville.
I think Stephen Rapp was the one that said that about Speed Phenom.
Somebody asked about Starlink Mini. I don't know anything about Starlink Mini. I don't have it. I thought you have to have like a iPhone.
No,
72
you can have
or
any
something.
phone. In fact, Elon Musk was saying he can send it to any phone, and I think I'm 99% sure he kind of saved the day in North Carolina with Starlink.
Okay, thousands of them.
Yeah.
So how do you do that? Is it download an app on the phone?
I don't think it's an app. I think it's a signal.
I don't know.
Because you're talking to the
I
satellite.
thought it was
you're
you
not
had to have the
talking to
unit though.
I don't know. I think with a phone you don't have to have the unit. I think if you want Starlink for internet
like
at
heavy
your house,
use, yeah.
then you do. But I think he can send a signal to the phone or something. I don't know. But he's also starting to build phones. He's about to offer Starlink phones.
Is that under Tesla stock?
No, it's under Starlink. Yeah, it's a totally different company.
Starlink is not under the Tesla?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
No,
so that's an actual stock?
No.
I wanted to buy some stock.
It's a private company.
I'll sell some to you.
Wait a second. They don't have stock, but he's got it. Okay, there's another topic.
I can make some on a piece of paper and sell it to you. But yeah, I mean, look for Starlink to save the day a lot, I think, with, when the cell towers go down and things like that. I think that's one of the reasons why he made it is so that it could, because it's satellites.
Yeah, you can be in a boat. You can be anywhere.
Yeah, you can be anywhere.
Mountains.
Yeah.
You take it anywhere.
A lot of people that live in rural areas have it. Stephen Rapp
Yeah,
might have it in
exactly.
Colorado. Yeah.
Stephen Rapp, tell us, is there a box? Is it just on the phone? He's on here. It says it's awesome. Tell us quickly how it is.
Yeah, that's true. And you can take it with you too. See,
Well,
I think it's like a little unit you have to have that,
I have a friend that lives in Detroit, Texas, which is 3 hours away. He has 90 acres. He has Starlink, and he says it's amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You can buy private stock. All right.
Oh, okay.
Kerry Glock says his local dealership has a $100,000 yellow HTC Stingray discounted $7,000 off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
All right.
All right, if you guys haven't smashed the thumbs up button, please do so. It really helps YouTube know that you're enjoying the content and helps support us. Before we get to the main subject, there's a couple of items that we want to talk about. Taj's surprisingly simple answer on why there isn't active aero on the 2025 ZR1. If you guys haven't seen this article, go ahead and read it. If you have read it and you feel the same as me, I think it's a bunch of nonsense.
Does that also, when they say 01, does that also mean Zor's probably not going to have it either then?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That would
It
be
just would have been really cool, like a 911 with that little flip-up thing and the...
Well, I was picturing more of like a 765 or 720S or 750S McLaren with a big wing. He gives the excuse that, the reason for a active aero is for aesthetic purposes so that, you don't have this huge wing at all times. It's in the body until you need it. But that's not the reason for active aero. And he does address the drag and the downforce as well. And he says, we've got the best of both worlds because ours is a fixed wing, and it goes back to our history with Corvettes where, you know, we want to show what we're using to make the Corvette handle better or whatever. But the problem with that is they're losing a couple of things. Number one, they're losing the ability to have a lot less drag on a straightaway. So if you remember when the 2019 Stingray 01 did its top speed run, they didn't use the ZTK
because too much
01.
downforce, it slows it down.
They used a low wing 01.
So
they're going to have to
active
do
aero,
the same thing with this one, and they've already said they've done the same thing with this one. With active aero, though, they wouldn't have had to do that.
You just push a button and you could use it.
Well, no, it just does it automatically.
It does it
when
automatically.
you get up to a certain speed, it lowers that wing down, so it's no drag at all. So they lost that ability. And number two, they lost air braking. So when you're on a road course track and you come to a turn and you're slamming your brakes on, your brakes don't have to do the work, 100% of the work anymore, because that active aero wing flips up and gives you a really big air brake. So to me, it was kind of like what he said. You know, they have bean counters at GM. They're on a budget. It was going to cost a little bit more money.
It probably would cost $5,000-$10,000 to add that feature.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, just
it's the software and
just carbon fiber blades on the car is like $7,000.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. So you can get the carbon fiber high wing on a Stingray now, and it's $8,000. So why wouldn't they give the option for, hey, if you want to spend $10,000, we'll give you active aero?
But there's a machine they got to design. They got to have it be able to raise and lower at high speeds. It's
let's go back to
into the body of the car, and then you got the back trunk. They got room back there.
Let's go back to the Chrysler Crossfire.
The Chrysler Ceasefire.
Okay, let's talk about that car. That was a maybe 2000. It came out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. It had a pretty decent size active aero rear wing. And that car was like 25 or 26.
Did that aero even really do anything, or was that just for show? I don't even know.
Well, it didn't do what we're talking about. It didn't.
But it was active.
But it popped up at 60 miles an hour.
Did it have a trunk? Was that a hatchback back there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did it get in the way of the hatchback, or was that?
No, it didn't get in the way.
Just kind of think about it. I mean, I can see Tad get that answer, but where the heck would you put that active aero on the back of that car?
Here's another example.
That big of a wing. What's it going to collapse into and take up your whole trunk or something?
I think all it is an excuse. I really don't think it would be much more at all.
Yeah.
Are you guys? Oh, you can't even see it. I didn't even hit the button. Sorry about that, guys.
I think it'd be more than you think, because it's going to be a third-party supplier that's going to build it. It has to be software. It's got to be the components. It's definitely thousands of dollars.
Well, initially, yes. But after that, I think it would be. But anyway, that's beside the point. We're looking at a car that most people are talking about is going to cost, once you build it up, $200,000. So for another $7,000 for active aero or whatever, I think it's worth it. That's just me. I think it was just excuses. What do you guys think? Do you still want active aero, or are you okay with Taj's explanation?
And you're talking the wing in the back being active.
And
maybe in the front.
Dr. VC8 says, and it's still working on my wife's Crossfire. Oh, my bad.
With the 3.6 Pentastar V6. Right, Dr. VC8? I know.
Was it a 3.6?
3.6 Pentastar.
I don't even remember the specs on that car.
It was the minivan. Same engine.
Was that
they
Mercedes
put in the
motor
Prowler
that they put in those?
Yeah, probably. Daimler,
was it?
Or was it Daimler Chrysler back?
Because they had that motor in the Jeeps, too. My Jeep had that same motor.
That 3.6 Pentastar?
Yeah.
That's their bulletproof
It was
engine
pretty
they
good.
had for
Yeah,
years.
I never
It's
had
in their
issues.
minivan. Was in their minivans. I think it's still in their minivans.
I agree with Clarence. They're just being cheap. They already are charging more for the car anyways. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me, but that's just me. Yep, Mercedes engine. There you go.
There you go.
Cool.
A lot of people are answering the question about the Starlink Mini. It's a smaller receiver. It is a receiver the size of a piece of paper, he said.
Really? Oh, wow.
Somebody put it in their truck as a backup. I'm not reading all of it, but this is not really our topic. But yeah,
No, it's okay.
Looks like it's a pretty cool thing to have when
I think a lot of people are looking at it
comes,
as just being their regular internet. Just switch to that.
Okay, Clarence is definitely going to be able to comment on this next thing that I'm bringing up.
He's leaving. He's got to go to his acting class.
He's still on there.
He's still on? All right.
He's still on there. So we're going to let him comment on this because I know he heard this all the time in his C7 Grand Sport. So this was issued for a whooshing sound on all C8 Corvettes. Which is kind of weird because that doesn't happen on the Z06.
That's like when Mike is doing a launch control. Is that a whoosh kind of whoosh?
No, actually, it's if anybody has heard a C7, it really did it major on a C7. In fact, it did it big time on my Z06.
It's a regular Stingray? Or
when you have an automatic C7 Corvette, it goes from V4 mode to V8 mode. Every time it does that, it makes a whooshing noise. It's a weird noise that it makes. And
it's more of a clicky sound, isn't it? More of a click?
No, it makes a whoosh.
A whoosh?
Yeah, it's almost like it's pulling something.
I hate the whoosh. It drives me crazy. I see that V4 light up, and I see Mike's Z06 motor blowing up every time I see it. And I see all the problems.
Did you say Z06?
Your Z06.
Oh, yeah.
His 2016 Z06 was because the active fuel management. And then I go back and Scotty Kilmer's beating up Chevy since don't buy a pickup truck after 2007 because it's got the active fuel management. It's ruining the valve lifters get screwed up and
that's exactly what
seizes
happened.
the engine. So it's like, ugh.
So if you look down here on there under the information, that's exactly what it says it is. It's noticeable mostly on convertibles, which is interesting to me. But it is the active fuel management, and if that's what it's doing, then it's not a problem. But if you do like I do and put it in manual mode and it's still doing that to you, then you might have a problem.
Can somebody, that is like the one mod that I would actually go into my electronics and upgrade.
Well, I had it on my C7.
Yeah, do they make it for the C8 to stop the whooshing, the whoosh control?
They don't yet.
Something to stop
Just
that.
hit manual mode.
I can't because I forget I'm in manual mode. I wonder when my engine's revving at 5,000 RPM. I'm like, oh, I got to shift.
It never revs to 5,000.
I know, but that's by accident for me, and I think my engine's exploded. No, I want an automatic, and I like to paddle every now and then, but I don't like to paddle on purpose. So.
All right.
But do they make it? Does anybody make that?
No, they don't make it for C8.
An active fuel management
I wonder if
cancellation.
HP tuners that's part of their tune in there. Probably, maybe.
I don't know.
Because there's the button question. When you hit the manual mode, it disables it. So there's like a switch somewhere.
Yeah, it disables it immediately.
Yeah, you must be able to tell it.
Connect two wires together, and it's going to turn it off. So.
All right, guys, we have another giveaway that is going to be ending in December. It's a Auburn Cord Duesenberg Automobile Museum giving away a 2024 beautiful blue C8 Z06 with the Z07 Performance Package.
Oh, that's the new blue.
It's
I love it.
Convertible.
Oh, yeah.
It's got the body color accents. It's gorgeous.
Yep.
And $25,000.
Yep.
Right now, because you are a Brinkofspeed watcher, they will give you 50% more entries. When you click on one of these links, you see the Brink 50 in there. And by the way, these links are going to be in the description and in the first pinned comment. Go ahead and fill out your information here. Click continue. Fill out your credit card information there. You're all entered to win. And they've raised, I believe, almost $500,000. Yep, they've raised almost $500,000 for this car. It's a gorgeous car. So good luck, everybody.
Love that blue. And is that, what's the interior? It's a black interior?
No, white. I think Sky Cool Gray.
Sky Cool Gray.
Sky Cool Gray interior, yeah. Yep.
It's both, though. It's Sky Cool Gray and black.
Got one, and I don't know, he might have that same interior. Ricky. Ricky got rid of his Lambo.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
He got Riptide Blue.
Another Lambo owner bites the dust.
It might have Sky Cool Gray interior in it.
What's it cost to insure a Lamborghini?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Oh,
what's that?
What's it cost to insure a Lamborghini? Can you imagine?
Well, it's like what it costs to just keep it on the road. The spark plug's like $3,000 for it.
God.
For that vintage, the Huracan?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Then where do you get it worked? Where's the closest Lambo
Clarence,
dealer?
did you hear that?
It's crazy.
$3,000 for spark plugs. Sheesh. It's crazy.
They're Italian spark plugs, which means
all
they
right.
cut
Let's
off
go
at
ahead.
1,000 miles.
Let's go ahead and get to the main subject. So, what I'd like to know, and I'm going to pull it up here.
I want to know because I got this too. Right? Is this
I'll-
the 24, the 23 issue?
No, it's a 24.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 24. So I want to know if any of you have gotten this taken care of. If you got this in the mail, and then if you've taken yours to the dealership and had this done. They talk it up big time. If you scroll down here on the article, they actually use the words, once completed, your vehicle will have up-to-date technology, including the latest infotainment features, performance enhancements, and more. So I really like to know what those performance enhancements are. It probably has to do with something other than power.
Probably the speed of changing stuff.
Yeah.
Because we all know
Performance.
the
isn't just engine
the
power.
infotainment unit is clunky. And it's clunky on all
It
the
is.
my truck, it's clunky.
It is. It's
my
clunky.
Tahoe, it's clunky.
The other thing that crossed my mind was, remember with the C7 when they brought out the upgraded mag ride?
Mm-hmm.
And I actually brought my C7 in and got the upgrade to my mag ride. I'm wondering if maybe that could be part of it. Maybe they have a new upgraded version of the mag ride version 4. I don't know. But either way, I'd really like to know if any of you guys have gotten this done to your vehicle, and if so, what have you experienced?
General
Generally,
Lee said
yeah, couldn't tell if anything changed.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Couldn't tell if anything changed, but this is totally different than the 23 one, which talks about the updates, right? That's a different recall.
Well, we were talking about earlier. It used to be our cars, you'd get them every so often. It would make you do the updates. You couldn't.
Yeah. Has anybody gotten an update
I've had it
recently?
for a long. My truck, same deal.
Yeah, I haven't had an
But
update
I
on
got a
mine.
similar letter, and honestly, I didn't really pay close attention. My truck was the same thing. Like, there's this update. I was like, well, next time I get the oil changed, I guess they'll do it.
So I figure it's like an upgrade for my iPhone. This iPhone's still going to work, but I guess, yeah.
So this Eric Tremblay said he just picked his car up from the service center, getting the oil change and seatbelt recall, and obviously they didn't tell you needed this, so that's interesting. Or maybe they just did it and didn't tell you they did it. Maybe you should look on your paperwork and it says they did it.
And it's every 2024?
Yeah.
Every
Every
2024 has to go in manual for a manual update.
Yeah, used to they just sent it to you. Now another problem I think Doug Hooks was mentioning is that it was causing it to kind of spin on your car and run the battery down. And so that was probably another reason why they wanted you to bring it into the dealership so that they could just flash it and get rid of that problem and get it on your car quicker. But I do know that I agree with Darren. I haven't had a single update on my E-Ray at all. There hasn't been one that came across. On my Captain America car, I used to see them all the time.
It seems like every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, they pop up and say you can leave your car.
Yeah, it said something like
turned
leave the
off.
windows up and
Yeah, turn your car off.
don't lock yourself in there if it's hot.
Yeah. And it would just do it while you were gone. You know, you could shut your door and walk away and it would do the upgrade.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen that at all. On
I
this
have
car.
not gotten an upgrade, I think maybe one time with my 2023, and I've had it a year and a half now. I can't, unless it's doing it behind the scenes. I don't know.
No, you would know. It tells you. It pops up and it makes
Yeah,
you.
Yeah,
pops
it
up.
makes you do it. I've one time that I can recall, so I don't know.
According to somebody's asking what years. I mean, according to this article, I'm pretty sure it says 24.
But there was a separate one for 2023 because I sent you my notice, and that says your 2023 Corvette needs an update to the update system.
You know, maybe I did bring that. No. Right here, related.
Because 2023,
New service
because mine
bulletin.
didn't say anything about performance enhancements, I don't think.
Right here, new service bulletin for 2024 Corvettes fixes issue with over-the-air updates.
Okay.
So
So now,
it-
is there something there for 2023 cars? Because I
There's
got
not.
one for my 2023. Oh, Steve Robertson.
I thought I had read that. Look,
I got the update notice for my 2023 Z06. Have you brought it in yet, Steve?
interesting. Thank you for the super chat, Steve.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yep. But mine's, I don't know if, did I send you the picture of it? I don't know if you want to pull that one up if you've got it, but it just said that your update system needs, and I think Rick Conti mentioned it on his channel today as well, that they can't update it over the air. It's got to update the update system so that the update system can then do further updates anytime it needs it, because people's cars' batteries were dying because the car was trying to do the update and it just kept cycling, and it just killed the battery of the car. So, but yeah, so that's.
Did you see what Professor Corvette said?
Actually, my 78 is trying to receive one right now. It's smoke signals and braille.
Pony Express.
Pony Express, and so that's so easy. When I was looking for my first Corvette, I said to myself back in the 90s, what was the last year of the Corvette that didn't have a computer? Hey, then maybe that should be a trivia question. That'll be the trivia question. What was the first year Corvette had a computer? But my 78 doesn't have a computer, so that was really easy, and it's got a Rochester Quadrajet that I can easily work on. So no over-the-air updates. It's a screwdriver turn. You turn the idle screw on the Rochester.
That's funny.
That's the over-the-air update.
Texas Clay, I got a question for you. How's your Z06? I haven't heard anything from you lately. I know you're having engine problems. I think it was with your Z06. So let us know if that got rectified or not.
Generally did say there was one for the 2023.
Yeah, him and Mike got it done. Okay.
We can circle back unless you want to do it now. Carrie's asking about the solar throttle controller, which is something Mark is very passionate about.
So all I've ever been told about that thing, I've never driven a car with it on it, but all I've ever been told is that it's just like a pedal commander. And I put a pedal commander on the Captain America's C8.
I was the one that got down underneath
there and
reached your gas because these two guys couldn't get in there.
I liked it, but the more I drove it, the more I disliked it. And the reason why is because it felt like it was either on or off. There was no...
It's not intelligent.
It's not intelligent. So you would barely touch the gas and it was on. Even if you had it on the lowest setting, you were still feeling the extra, whatever you want to call it, when you barely touched the gas.
Well, technically in our cars, when you change the modes, that's already happening.
Exactly. Correct.
So this is taking that to the next up. It must bypass it, but I was the same way. I had the pedal commander in a truck, and yeah, the first couple days you have it like, oh, this is amazing. My truck is so fast.
I'm 0 to 60 in 1 second.
For one, your gas mileage just goes way down.
Oh, yeah.
Your odds of getting a ticket go way up because you're just it's like your foot's pushing down this much, but it's really pushing down,
Yeah.
And same thing Mike was saying. It was just too sensitive, and in everyday driving, I just kept putting it back a level, and finally I got it to the point where it was almost like it was almost nothing because.
So, now, this solar one is supposed to have a selector where you have all these different modes.
And let me address that.
They
all have that. But let me address the other reason for solar. People are saying that it'll stop the theft of your car. So if you want to buy it solely for that reason, buy it. You don't drive your car, so you don't need it.
No, when I do, it'll get stolen. They'll see the low mileage on it and go, we're gonna steal this thing. This baby's worth a lot of money. That's the only reason I would get it, right? Because I wouldn't change my throttle response.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
I just shut it off.
If you want to pay whatever it costs to buy that, and as long as you can turn it to the lowest setting and it not really do anything,
stock setting or off. Because off, basically, a person tries to steal the car and there's no response from the pedal, and they say, "Screw it, I'm out," and they leave.
There you go. Buy it for that. Have fun with that. That's good. But I don't think I would like it. I probably will give it a chance. But I'm not going to say I'm not going to give it a chance. But I'm thinking that I'm probably not going to like it if it's anything like the pedal commander.
Yeah.
So, and I know, didn't Jose Bandito have that on his car? And
he might have taken it off too. I don't know.
I know. Wasn't that one of the reasons why it wasn't?
No, you're thinking of his cats. It was all tied into that. But I think Jesse Uji has it on his car too.
Does he?
Or pedal, one of them.
But Solar made his throttle bodies, right?
Right.
So that's what it was. It was the throttle bodies that messed up the. Yeah. Okay.
What would that do to like the E-Ray? Somebody asking a question, that throttle, that Solar or pedal commander.
It just tells the car to go faster than your foot's
But it
telling.
wouldn't. That would adjust the engine sitting behind you, maybe not the front.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it doesn't
change the balance of it.
No, here's the thing. It tricks you into thinking you're going
Faster.
You're getting up to a speed faster. Now, I do believe that if you are a roll racer, it could help you.
Well,
in my opinion, that's the only way that throttle commander can help you.
You'll have to just get one and try. Jeremy, 2020 Matrix, he's saying it's way better than pedal commander.
Yeah, he says it's the way big, much different.
I would be open to giving it a shot, but honestly, again, my experience with the pedal commander, and then I think about how our cars, when you want to get into that mode and have it be more sensitive, just put it in track motor. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Or you can put it in my mode and choose your acceleration and dial that way up.
Well, let us know what the difference is. You say it's way different. What are the differences? Because to me, way different would mean that it's not sensitive the way that pedal commander is. If you can adjust it so that you can press the pedal.
What's the difference?
I would want it to have like a progressive, like,
exactly, me too.
Where pedal commander is either on or off,
yep.
and you'd be in you'd hit it, and you're like, man.
And you're trying to park the car or something.
Yeah,
you're in like
way.
this is in a big diesel truck, and like the cars would start taking off, and you would just start giving. You'd be like, whoa, and then you let off, and then
yeah, exactly.
Well, like I said, I would do it just because of the rash of thefts, and we know that because in Dallas there was a rash of thefts. There was a ring of people stealing Corvettes, and a lot of people say, "Hey, I've got insurance for that," but I there's not always your car stolen, and they may give it back to you after they find it. Well, I don't want that car back. I mean, I'd rather try to stop them from stealing it, and if it's a simple thing as just plugging something in and turning your gas pedal off. But yeah, people have mentioned that Rick did a video on it today. He did, and we saw it, we watched it, and it's a cool thing. And Rick likes the peppy.
Yeah.
But you got to live with it, like you said, longer than one day to kind of live with it. But I'm getting the club. I'm getting that yellow club Rick suggested. I'm literally going to get that club.
C8 Matrix says you can literally feel the progression of every single mode. I wouldn't drive the car without it. Night and day difference. Okay. Well. That's good to hear.
He's never driven the pedal commander, though.
He hasn't?
I don't know. Have you, 2020 Matrix 8? Have you done it?
Yeah, have you done a pedal commander?
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, the first car I ever drove was Mark T's orange C8, and it had a pedal. It wasn't pedal commander, but it was just like a pedal commander. It was called like, I don't remember what it was called. Anyway.
And Professor Corvette's offers up that it might void the warranty.
No, it won't void the warranty.
I don't think it will because Chuck from Rick put it in the car and he didn't say anything about that. So.
I was doing exactly what you said. I was parking his car, and I was like, "Whoa!" And he's like, "Oh yeah, don't you like that?"
But it's also hard
I
too.
don't like that.
The thing is too, when you get in and out of different cars, and you get into your other car, and you're just like, "Come on," I don't know.
Yeah,
it's.
No, I like it where I have to use progression. I don't like.
Oh, it says, Mark, forget about getting the club. Just put a camera in your garage.
Attaboy.
Yeah, a camera to prove that the car was stolen, right?
Did C8 Matrix say no?
I mean, he loves his. I guess I'd have to try. I'll be
he
neutral.
hasn't had the pedal commander.
But he did say, I've heard that about the pedal commander. I've heard exactly what you're saying. It's either on or off. Okay, well then
I just hated on my truck the way it was, where it was situated. I don't want to have to change the modes as I'm driving.
You have it on an app.
I know, but I don't want to sit there as I'm driving the freeway and do one more.
Well, you're not supposed to do that, actually.
You just pick a setting and go.
No, you're supposed to only change the setting when you're stopped in park.
Okay.
That's the only time you're supposed to change the setting.
All right.
Seriously. Well, on the pedal commander.
Really? Because I remember mine. I didn't switch it.
The guys got after me, actually.
Really?
Yeah, the owners of pedal commander got after me because I changed the settings while I was driving. They're like, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to come to a stop, change the setting, and then go.
Hey, Corvette Rob, nice of you to join us. You're a little late. We had all kinds of questions for you. Where have you been? No, I'm just kidding. We're talking about that.
He's our fact checker.
He's
That's
our
right.
fact checker. We're talking about the solar pedal controller deal that Rick was showing on his video today. So whether it's worth it or not.
Stephen Rapp says you can have a German Shepherd in your garage too.
I can have a German Shepherd, yeah. There you go. He's going to scratch my car up with his paws.
Or like on Talladega Nights, you could put a cougar in there.
A cougar. Ricky Bobby.
It's $225. That's actually not
not a bad
bad
deal,
for a theft
yeah.
device.
Yeah.
I mean, Pedal Commando's like $400, or I don't know what they are now. But
I don't remember either. Yeah.
did Rick show how easy it is to install? I haven't watched the video yet.
Bill Miller says the security feature is not simple to engage or disengage. I thought it was just on or off. I thought Rick just pushed the button and it made it. So anyway, maybe too much talking about that
You
one.
need to
But
do some more research.
yeah. Just like any other mod, you got to decide if it's right for you or not.
So I think the consensus on here was nobody has gotten this update for their 2024 yet. Did you guys see anybody?
I did not
say anything different
see.
than that?
Somebody said they're going in next week or something,
Okay.
perhaps.
Okay.
So when you guys,
I just haven't scheduled mine to go in yet. I've been gone. I don't even know if I'll be able to schedule it anytime soon, but I just was curious. I'd like to know exactly what the changes are. And if you can really notice a difference.
well, somebody did. No, well, actually, somebody did say they had the changes done and they didn't notice any difference.
Oh, yeah. But that was on a 23.
Was that a
That
23?
was General Lee.
It's probably
okay.
the same thing, though.
Okay.
23.
All right.
It probably is. But then again, the infotainment on a 23 is totally different than 24. So it could be totally different. You know what I mean?
I didn't realize that the infotainment center was that much different.
Oh, yeah. It's way different.
Okay.
Yeah, it's night and day different. Okay. Well, I think, what time is it?
It's that time.
All right. By the way, Professor Corvette, I still have not shipped out your shirt. I apologize. I've been back and forth to Colorado, but I will get on it tomorrow. So, and then whoever wins tonight, I'll ship that out tomorrow too. So, usually I'm on it. I get that stuff out quick, but it's just been a lot of back and forth to Colorado. So,
Yep. Have noticed the
very
magazines
welcome.
on my desk here? You see, this is the National Corvette Museum paper magazine. See, that's very nice. You get
didn't
to
you
see.
have something you wanted to show them?
No, there's all kinds of good stuff in here. You guys got to get your magazine. I'm sure if you're a member of the National Corvette Museum.
Oh, hang on. You're not by your
Yeah, if you've got National Corvette Museum member, you get your magazine. It's a really cool magazine.
You know what? I saw, I was looking for your name in the tribute to all the different lifetime members and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been a member for, Mark?
About a year and a half.
Oh, really?
I had never.
Oh, then I got you beat.
Oh yeah, you're beat. Look at my pace cards.
I was
in there.
looking
Look
for
at
your
that.
name and all those the
Look at that.
accolades of 15
I-
years,
I-
25. There's 40-year members, I think, or
No,
something. No, it
I-
could be 40. It's only been for 30 years. But
I've
Still.
been going there since
Long
it
time.
opened, but no, I'm not.
do you know what I'm talking about? There's that little insert in there. It shows all the people.
Yeah. The insert.
I
right
literally
here.
looked for you.
So,
Oh,
Mark, what's our question for tonight?
The question for the day is.
You have a good one. I know that.
Should I do
Which
the
one-
RC8
which-
one?
Yeah, I think that's the
Okay.
best. Yeah, let's
so,
do that one.
not many people know this, but when you take museum delivery, there's another box you can check for Museum Delivery Junior, RC8 Junior.
Isn't that crazy? That's
Isn't that
awesome.
crazy? And they have little cars in there for the kids to. In fact, I think I got a picture of it right here. Let's see, since we have time.
Thank you for the super sticker, Stephen Rapp. Appreciate it. We love you too.
There's RC8 Junior. See, so the RC8 Junior experience.
Now,
See
don't give away the answer.
No, that's
Okay.
But you
All
can
right.
see
They're gonna read it real
car,
quick.
He drives it out. But in that article, it talks about the package that the junior, the son
Oh.
or daughter gets.
Supercar Ranch already knows the answer, he said.
Well, just don't answer it.
Okay, don't answer it. Don't ruin it for everybody else. Supercar Ranch. Did you get your magazine to read it? I assume.
He probably did.
You probably did.
Oh, so some young Xers and Zers are out there reading paper magazines still. Very good. I like it. In that RC8 Junior program, you get three things. You get a cap, ball cap, you get sunglasses, and what's the other item that you get? Go.
What's the third thing?
What's the third thing that you get in the RC8 Junior program? Supercar Ranch. Don't ruin it. Come on, let other people do it, please.
Stephen Rapp said $1,499. No, that can't be how much it costs.
Does it say how much it costs in there?
Not for the RC8
Because
Junior.
the regular one's $1,600 now.
Right. Did it say how much that
I'll
costs?
have to look. So when you guys are not getting my answer.
Shot of tequila. We already have a winner.
Do you?
Yep.
Who?
Gonzo Gear.
He got it?
He got it. Backpack.
Okay, so you get a ball cap, you get glasses, and you get a backpack. How did you know that?
And
I'd love to know.
He joined the Thumbs Up squad too.
Very good. And me and Darren haven't, because we still don't see it on our phones.
I saw it on my computer.
We still don't see it on our phone. Remember last 3
Yeah, you
weeks
did.
ago?
Look, click up. It's on there.
See, go to
Oh, you talking about the join button?
the join button. Where do you
I
join
know,
it?
that's
How do you
so
join
weird.
it? I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed.
The X.
Click the X.
Yeah, click the X.
No join button.
You're not allowed to join.
I'm not allowed. So see you guys. I gotta go. Bye.
Yeah, see ya.
All right,
let me know, guys, if you see the join button. For those of you who do not know, last week I offered, or not last week, I guess it was 3 weeks ago.
Diapers. Smart Cuts. He says diapers. Mini car.
You should put your email address in there for.
Gonzo Gear. How did you get that?
Yeah, Gonzo Gear.
Proud
this is
member
my
friends.
email.
Glad to be part of the.
Yeah, and Gonzo Gear. Make sure you say what
How did you
size
know?
shirt you want.
Did you read the article?
What the heck happened?
Texas Clay got it, but you're late. You're late to dinner. Gonzo Gear already. How did you get? Did you read the article? Because I figured the only way you'd know that is
said
if you
yes, sir.
did it, or
Yes, sir.
he did. Okay.
Thank you so much, Gonzo. We're proud to have you a part of the nation too.
Thank you, Supercar
yeah.
Ranch. If you knew it, thank you for giving us a little bit of little leeway there. We'll send you a T-shirt every week, just not to
I
answer
love
the
it.
questions.
Love it. By the way, this weekend is Corvettes and Coffee at Corvette World.
Yes.
If you didn't know.
Yep.
So if you guys want to go, it is starting at 9 a.m. and goes till about 11 a.m. and it's always a good time.
Yep.
So it's right there at Corvette World Dallas, right off of 35, close to the George Bush and Beltline. It's in between those two roads. He almost said Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer.
What is
Saturday.
John Somerville saying? By the way, welcome, John. I forgot to say that when you joined earlier. November 2nd, 2024, location,
yeah.
Circuit of the Americas, Austin. Oh, yeah.
That's a Sean.
That's
Vintage.
Sean's thing.
Yeah, that place is, I mean, that one's cool.
That is, I wish they would have let us do the track.
Well, they'll
at
let
the
you do it
Invasion.
there.
I know. I'm not driving my car down there twice in a year.
No way.
It ain't happening. I'm not.
Guys,
That was one
get
t-
after Mark hard right now.
Are you guys going to go down there? November 2nd?
Hey, if I'm not in Colorado, I'm in.
So you're going to go down there?
If I'm not in Colorado, I'm in.
That would be so cool to drive that Coda track.
Seriously. If I'm not in Colorado, I'll go with you guys.
Because I know a parade lap, they say, but that is a wide open track, and I know you can get.
Hey, we're invited to Mark Cutsy's Cars and Coffee in Honolulu this Saturday.
Okay.
Let's go.
Cutsy is in Honolulu.
Yeah. We should go.
I think we need to do it on location.
I agree.
We need to do a little GoFundMe or something, Venmo, and send us over to Hawaii, and then we'll do a show out
Cookies
there.
or something.
It's $100 for your entry for the car show and parade laps.
Okay.
That's not bad because the other show in July used to cost like $250 for the car show, parade laps, and one more thing. I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
So $100 is not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
Not bad.
Steve Robertson, thank you. I will
Yeah,
go to the
thank you.
YouTube on my computer to see if I can join
Yeah,
that
maybe
on that
that-
button.
yeah.
But some guys were showing it on their app, and
I
it
could
showed
see it on my
join.
phone on some people's YouTube channels as well.
Yep.
That's weird.
Oh yeah, hit the thumbs up. I forgot I didn't even hit the thumbs up.
You
There you
didn't.
go. I didn't. Let me go
You got to
to
hit X.
hit X. Thumbs
you
up.
go. There
Come
you go.
on, 82 guys. We have like 700 people on here. Everybody, just do your thumbs up. Come on. All right.
Anything else that any donuts at Corvette World?
Yeah, they always have donuts.
Yeah, they have
Of
donuts
course.
and coffee.
And kolaches or whatever those are called, those hot dogs in a
Yep.
bun
Yep.
that Rob always gets for us.
And
yes.
Rob does a giveaway of usually a few items.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to see all the cars that are in there right now. They have a amazing Z06 in there right now. It's a 2024 Silver Flare. It's $164,000 build, non-Z07. It's got the carbon ceramic brakes. It's got the carbon fiber, carbon flash painted wheels, carbon fiber exterior aero. It's got the carbon flash painted nacelles and roof. I'm telling you, it is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 3LZ, of course.
Okay.
So, and I think they're selling it for like $150. I don't know. Robert will tell you. Oh, he's got a 175K Z06 inbound. Sheesh. Z07 package. Wow.
Oh, Corvette World will have that on there soon, huh?
There you go.
There you go.
Sorry, John. 2nd November is opening day for deer season. Oh, there you go. You going to go deer hunting
Maybe.
this year at all?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, John. I know you weren't on earlier, and for those of you who were not on earlier, my brother is still fighting, but he does have a very serious condition. So he's still fighting, and we're just supporting him every way we can and loving on him. And we will until, we can't anymore. So thank you guys so much for all your support, all your kind words, all your thoughts, and all your prayers. I really appreciate it. But I think that's going to wrap things up. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for all the super chats, for all the thumbs ups, and for all your great chatting normally.
Yep.
If you guys don't know, we do this every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yep.
Except for if I'm in Colorado.
Yep. And thoughts out to everybody in Florida right now.
That's
it's gonna be
right.
the worst hurricane in 100 years. So.
And everybody in North Carolina
who are just trying to clean up from the first one.
I mean, it's awful. In all the other states that had bad damage too. I just
Yep.
know North Carolina was pretty much the worst. So,
Yep.
But if you want to make sure you are notified when these happen, make sure to click on the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. But you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we'll see you on the next Octane Hour.